it's only gonna be you and me, baby. It's never gonna be someone else. And if they do, I'm gonna end them. I'm gonna end them, and you... What? No, you look wonderful. You look beautiful, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, we're jumping over to Netflix to watch this brand new erotic thriller. No, not 365 Days, but rather Fatal Affair. A woman tries to mend her marriage after a brief encounter with an old friend, only to realize the ex-lover is more dangerous than she had thought. So is this new steamy thriller a must-see for the platform? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Fatal Affair, if you've already seen this one or very much looking forward to it. Now let's get into some of the good. Okay, so Fatal Affair, it's going to be tough to review this movie because it doesn't necessarily do anything amazing or good, but then again, it doesn't necessarily do anything amazingly bad. This is kind of a middle-of-the-road, middle-tier type movie because nothing was awful about it. I mean, it does have kind of, you know, your traditional, typical, predictable, familiar through line of this movie of someone gets caught up in a relationship from their past and they're trying to hide it, and then one of those people turns out to be dangerous and unstable, and it goes way too far. I mean, you've seen this in a lot of erotic thriller movies because that seems to be the format of these films. And the thing is, Fatal Affair falls right into that. You could have changed this name to 1,000 different titles and it would have been the exact same movie. You get the exact same thing. So this is a very familiar type movie, but it does steer a little bit, and I will give it, you know, the benefit of the doubt here. It does have some kind of cheesy but also a little bit fun, like 90s slasher angles and vibes and whatnot when someone breaks into a home. I had a fun time with that part of the film, but also getting into the main character, or one of the main characters. You know, Nia Long, she does a fine job, but Omar Epps playing David in this movie, maybe they weren't going for it, but I thought he played this role perfectly, because this is exactly what Wayne Brady in the Chappelle Show, when he's like, you know, I'll throw a clip in right here.
What do you mean, sorry, daddy? What the hell did you do? Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
That character is exactly what Omar Epps' David is in this movie. He is completely unstable and does ridiculously aggressive things like this, so it was almost funny. They didn't mean for it, but it was funny to watch his character. But getting into the cons or the negatives of Fatal Affair, like I said, it's very predictable, it's familiar. This feels like a movie, and again, it's probably lower budget, but it feels like, from the scenery, the cinematography, the acting, the lighting, the performances, everything, this feels like a movie that would be fit perfectly for the Hallmark or Oxygen or a channel that is similar to that, where it's playing like Friday night at 9 o'clock, you get a couple, and they're like, ooh, this is scary and erotic. Like, this is a familiar, piece by piece, bit by bit, plotline by plotline film that you've seen on one of those channels. Anytime, turn on the channel, there's a movie like this on that. So unfortunately, it's a very familiar type thing, and some of the angles then, or the way they shot certain things, felt, again, like I said, very low budget. They go to a golf course that seems very empty. There's a dance floor that seems to have 10 people, even though it's a crowded bar. There's this therapy session where it is almost framed like a game show, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It just... Everything in this movie just feels like it's, again, very low budget, feels like it should have been for TV, but somehow Netflix reeled it in onto the platform, but everything else falls like in the medium ground. You know, the portrayal, the dialogue, the delivery, the acting, the reception to that acting, the conversation, the chemistry, everything just kind of hits across the board like just a plateau. Anything is not great, but anything isn't absolutely awful, if that makes sense. I mean, this is a movie you've seen before. Throw any generic erotic thriller on it and you've seen this movie. Overall, Fatal Affair will be buried by the Netflix algorithm, falling into that generic erotic thriller, with it featuring some fun slasher elements thrown in there, and Omar Epps being a funny character even though they didn't want it, but with it being generic, familiar, you've seen this, and nothing entirely standing out. I would skip out on Fatal Affair. Again, like I said, you've seen this movie thousands of times, better done multiple times. It's on TV right now, I'm sure, with a different title. Skip out on Fatal Affair. In closing, I'm going to give Fatal Affair 1.5 out of 5 creepy men. So what did you guys think of Fatal Affair if you've seen this movie, or very much looking forward to it despite my recommendation? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there, you know, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. Tomorrow morning, Netflix movie review or Netflix series review for Cursed, and then maybe a few other things this weekend. Follow all of my social media to stay up to date on that. Like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.